Um, Alrighty, guys. The day is currently June 30th, 2024. The current time is 12:06 a.m. But I figured I'd get this video out to you guys as soon as I possibly could before I get to sleep. So, the National Hurricane Center is still issuing advisories on Hurricane Beryl. Now, if we scroll down here, you can see that since the last video, the pressure and the wind speed has dropped. Well, the pressure has gone down while the wind speed has gone up, as you would expect with a rapidly intensifying hurricane. And there have been some changes here as well in the 8 o'clock and this advisory. So, the headline for this advisory is Beryl still rapidly intensifying, expected to bring life-threatening winds and storm surge to the Windward Islands as a major hurricane. I'm still out of breath at this system. Like, uh. So, as of the 11 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time on Saturday, June 29th, the advisory. Its location is 10.4 north, 51.2 west. It's still moving west at about 20 miles an hour. Its central pressure has dropped to 986 millibars, and its maximum sustained winds are near 85 miles an hour. Now, we will have a reconnaissance. We will have a NOAA Hurricane Hunter Air Force reconnaissance light going out in about 3.5 hours at the time of recording. Hang out to Beryl to get reconnaissance data, and we'll have constant planes going in and out of the system at this time tomorrow. So that's good news here, is that we will finally have recon going into the system. Let's go into the public advisory. So this is Bulletin Hurricane Beryl Advisory number 6. This is the 11 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time advisory on Saturday, June 29th, 2024. Headliner is Beryl still rapidly intensifying, expected to bring life-threatening winds and storm surge to the Windward Islands as a major hurricane. Summary of the 11 p.m. advisory. The location is 10.4 north, 51.2 west. Is about 595 miles or 955 kilometers east-southeast of Barbados. Its maximum sustained winds are 85 miles an hour or 140 kilometers an hour. Its present movement is west or 280 degrees at 20 miles an hour or 31 kilometers an hour, and its minimum central pressure has dropped to 986 millibars or 29.12 inches. There have been no changes to this advisory. The summary of watches and warnings in effect. A hurricane warning is in effect for Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Grenadine Islands, and Grenada. Tropical storm warning is in effect for Martinique and Tobago. Tropical storm watch is in effect for Dominica. A hurricane warning means that hurricane conditions are expected somewhere within the warning area. Warning is typically issued about 36 hours before the anticipated first occurrence of tropical storm force winds, conditions that make outside preparations difficult or dangerous. Preparations to protect life and property should be rushed to completion. Tropical storm warning means that tropical storm conditions are expected somewhere within the warning area within 36 hours. Tropical storm watch means that tropical storm conditions are possible within the watch area, generally within 48 hours. Interest elsewhere in the Western Antilles should closely monitor the progress of Beryl. Additional watches and warnings may be required today. I know it says tomorrow, but this advisory was posted yesterday. So yeah. For some information specific to your area, please monitor products issued by your National Meteorological Service. Now the discussion and outlook. At 11 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time, the center of Hurricane Beryl was located near latitude 10.4 north, longitude 51.2 west. Beryl is moving quickly toward the west near 20 miles per hour or 31 kilometers an hour. Continued quick westward to west-northwestward motion is expected during the next few days. On the forecast track, the center of Beryl is expected to move across the Windward Islands late Sunday night and Monday. Maximum sustained winds have increased to near 85 miles per hour or 140 kilometers an hour, with higher gusts. Rapid strengthening is forecast over the next day or so, and Beryl is expected to become a dangerous major hurricane before it reaches the Windward Islands. Hurricane force winds extend outward up to 15 miles or 30 kilometers from the center, and tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 70 miles or 110 kilometers. The estimated minimum central pressure is 986 millibars or 29.12 inches. We're not going to go through this stuff anymore just because I've read it multiple times. You can see the key messages on the National Hurricane Center X page, or you can go to nhchurricanes.gov as well to see the key messages. So, key messages. Hazards affecting land, I should say. Wind. Hurricane conditions are expected in the hurricane warning area beginning Sunday night. Devastating wind damage is expected where the eye wall of Beryl moves through portions of the Windward Islands. Tropical storm conditions are expected in the tropical storm warning area starting Sunday night, making outside preparations difficult or dangerous. Tropical storm conditions are possible within the watch area starting Sunday night. Wind speeds at top and on the windward sides of hills and mountains are often up to 30% stronger than the near-surface winds indicated in this advisory, and in some elevated locations could be even greater. Storm surge. A life-threatening storm surge will raise water levels by as much as 5 to 7 feet above normal tide levels in areas of onshore flow near where Beryl makes landfall in the hurricane warning area. Near the coast, the surge will be accompanied by large and destructive waves. Rainfall. Hurricane Beryl is expected to produce rainfall totals of 3 to 6 inches across Barbados and the Windward Islands Sunday night into Monday. This rainfall may cause flooding in vulnerable areas. We're not going to go through all that. Surf. Swells generated by Beryl are expected to reach the Windward and southern Leeward Islands by late today. These swells are likely to cause life-threatening surf and rip current conditions. Please consult products from your local weather office. Next advisory. Next intermediate advisory is at 2 a.m. and the next complete advisory is at 5 a.m. So that's all that here. Now what we will do is go to the forecast advisory, because there has been a change here. So, this is valid, I believe, at the next update. 90 knots, 105 knots, 110 knots, 110 knots. That is, I believe, from the Discord server I was in. 120? 126. That is a 125 mile per hour peak. That is a high end Category 3 hurricane. According to the Saffir-Simpson scale, that is, devastating damage will occur. Well-built frames may incur major damage or removal of roof, decking, and gable ends. Many trees will be snapped or uprooted, blocking numerous roads. Electricity and water will be unavailable for several days to weeks after the storm passes. It is very possible, and I'll show you guys this in a minute, that this becomes a Category 4. It is within the realm of possibility that this thing becomes a Category 4. Just so you guys know what a Category 4 does. Catastrophic damage will occur. Well-built framed homes can sustain severe damage with loss of most of the roof structure and or some exterior walls. Most trees will be snapped or uprooted and power poles downed. Fallen trees and power poles will isolate residential areas. Power outages will last weeks to possibly months. Most of the area will be uninhabitable for weeks or months. And I'll show you guys what I mean by saying that in a minute here. So, arrival times for winds. Leeward Islands, Barbados, you can expect to get tropical storm force winds anywhere between Sunday tonight at 8 p.m. or Monday or tomorrow at 8 a.m. This is just the most likely arrival time if you're in Barbados between tonight at 8 p.m. or Monday at 8 a.m. That's the most likely time that you can start receiving tropical storm force winds. Zoom in on the 3-day. You're in Puerto Rico, these islands just in the north of Venezuela. These islands over here, I think that's Trinidad and Tobago and that stuff. Most likely time is Monday at 8 a.m. That's with that here. Take a look at the wind history here. So it was named right about here, and it traveled all the way up here, and then this was at 5. This was when it was designated as a hurricane. So it's been a hurricane for 7 hours, almost 7.5 hours now. It's only traveled that much, which isn't a lot, but still interesting to look at here. Now to the cone. As you can see now with the new cone, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 points of a major hurricane. A major hurricane is a Category 3 or higher. We have 3 points, not 3. We have 5 points of that now. So, if you're on any of these islands, please evacuate. Please. Go up north to Puerto Rico. Or take a vacation to the Bahamas. Just get out of Beryl's path. Beryl will be destructive. And I don't say that often. I really don't. I hate saying that. But Beryl will cause damage to life and property if you stay there. So let's move into the key messages, and then we'll take a look at the infrared data, because we can start to see the eye. So, Beryl is expected to be a dangerous major hurricane when it reaches the Windward Islands late Sunday night or Monday, bringing destructive hurricane force winds and life threatening storm surge. Hurricane warnings are in effect for much of the Windward Islands. 2. Heavy rainfall and localized flooding is expected across the Windward Islands Sunday night and Monday. And 3. Interest in the Central and Western Caribbean should monitor the progress of Beryl. Users are reminded that there is large uncertainty at days 4 and 5 to not focus on the specific details of the track or intensity guidance. For more information on Hurricane Beryl, go to hurricanes.gov. That's it with the National Hurricane Center here. Now let's jump on over to Tropical Tidbits. And we'll let the satellite data load. But as you will see, that is the eye. That right there is the eye of Hurricane Beryl. I do not believe this is a Category 1 system. I fully believe that this is now a Cat 2. Just judging off of the convection surround, based off of the eye wall alone, Beryl has that look to it. It just has that look that I do not like to see. I've seen that look so many times over the past with like Adalia, Ian, heck, Ida, Lee. Just seen this look so many times of the majors of majors. I'm not saying Beryl will be that. However, it's looking more and more likely that it's going to get to Category 4. Because, as I've said, this is, at this time yesterday, this was a 45 to 50 mile tropical storm. Now, it's a full-fledged, healthy-looking hurricane, which is expected to become a major hurricane in less than a day. We jump back over to the cone here. It's supposed to be a major by tonight. And a little over 19 hours? No. A little over 20, a little less than 20 hours. This thing is supposed to be a major hurricane. Now, obviously, the recon data will help a lot, and we don't have any current missions right now. However, there will be a reconnaissance flight leaving in about 3.5 hours here to fly out and start getting data for Beryl. Intensity models haven't changed much. Most of them still went Category 3 to low end Category 4. With the UK model on crack, apparently. Look at this. This is the UK model right here. The UK model is a joke. Where is it? Is it this one? No, it isn't. Where's... This is it. This is the UK model. See how most of the models went going over the Yucatan into the Gulf? Well, the UK model wants it going up through like all the others and then curving off. It has it curving off. This is why we say that the UK model is a joke. Because it is. It is a joke. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Let's take a look at Dovark here. Yeah, Dovark. I don't know how to pronounce it, but once again, last name, you can clearly see the eye. Right there, in the middle of your screen. That is the eye of Hurricane Beryl, with the eye wall surrounding it. That's more than likely the eye wall. These grays inside of this white outline, that's most likely the eye wall and the eye right there. And apparently, I'm not sure if this is true or not, but the eye is visible on water vapor. Yeah, it is. It's getting closer if we can. Yeah, that's the eye right there. That is the eye of Hurricane Beryl. Right there. Yep. Clear as day. Now, so what do we got? Satellite imagery. Beryl's working with about 29 degrees Celsius ocean temperatures as well. So Beryl's working with some extremely warm water here. Here's a closer up view. Yeah, about 29 to 30 degrees Celsius waters here. That's about 84.2 degree Fahrenheit water here. That is bathtub water here that Beryl's currently working with. Then, if you're wondering about 94L and our other system, not much has changed. That's still 3070, and that's still 5050. So, anyways, guys, that'll do it for the video today. Well, I guess this morning, but you guys know what I mean. That'll do it for the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Depending on when I wake up, I'll probably try and have a video out before or immediately after the 8 a.m. advisory gets issued. So I won't be able to make a video for the 11 a.m., the 2 or the 2 p.m. advisories, as I go into work at noon today. So anyway, that'll be it for me. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in about 8 to 9 hours. But until then, guys, peace out. One last thing. Leave your prediction down below on how strong do you think Beryl will be? Like, how strong do you think the peak of Hurricane Beryl will be? I'm personally going to go with a 135 Cat 4. But until then, guys, peace out.